Hello, friends. Have you heard of multiple personality disorder? It came to my attention a long time ago when I was in my training in endocrinology, and I saw a patient who, in one personality, had diabetes, and in another personality, had asthma. So when he would switch from one personality to another, he would also switch from one disorder like diabetes to another disorder like asthma. So I started investigating what is called multiple personality disorder, frequently referred to these days as dissociative identity disorder. It's a complex mental health condition characterized by the presence of two or more distinct personalities or personality states and identities within a single individual. Each identity may have its own name, history, traits, and behaviors, and they often take turns controlling the person's behavior. The key features appear to be the following. Number one, identity alteration, distinct personalities with differences in voice, mannerism, preferences, and even physical traits. Two, memory gaps, inability to recall personal information, daily activities, or traumatic events beyond normal forgetfulness. Three, dissociation, feelings of detachment from oneself or the environment, often manifesting as what is called depersonalization or derealization. And then emotional symptoms, sudden emotional shifts, frequently associated anxiety, depression, and mood swings. So this disorder, DID now, is, or referred to as DID, is strongly linked to early childhood trauma, such as abuse or neglect. It is thought to develop as a coping mechanism to compartmentalize traumatic memories. Okay, so I was thinking about this and I started to wonder that what people call dissociative identity disorder, in a way, was reinforcing the idea that consciousness differentiates into multiple identities. So the disorder, DID, demonstrates how a single psyche can fragment into distinct alternative identities, each with its own sense of self and memory and perception. So then I further thought about this and I wondered if we could understand or argue that pure consciousness differentiates into a personality based on karma, which includes, of course, trauma, but also includes other experiences. So, in many spiritual and philosophical traditions, karma is seen as the accumulation of actions and their consequences, which shape not only circumstances, but also the tendencies and patterns of an individual's consciousness. So, here are some key points that support what I'm saying, or I think they support anyway. Number one, karma conditioning. Understanding karma as conditioning. Karma influences personality by creating patterns of behavior, emotional responses, and habitual tendencies. These karmic imprints act as a framework through which pure consciousness manifests as an individual personality. Two, consciousness and differentiation. So pure consciousness in its undifferentiated state is holistic and formless. When influenced by karmic imprints, these are called sanskaras, vasanas, seeds of memory and desire, it differentiates into individualized identities or egos, forming the basis of personality. And this aligns with the idea that identity allows consciousness to experience duality and individuality. There's a third argument, reincarnation and evolution. From a yogic perspective, karma determines the conditions of each incarnation, including the body, environment, and psychological tendencies. This suggests that personality is a temporary expression shaped by karmic forces in each lifetime. And number 4, integration with universal consciousness. So there are many philosophies that describe how the ego personality arises from duality, but can eventually integrate back into pure being through self-realization. And this implies that personality is a differentiated expression of universal consciousness or pure consciousness influenced by karmic growth. Okay, now what about you and me who seem to not have a multiple personality? Well, we do. In a given day, we play multiple roles. So, in a given day, I have played the role of a father, of a son, of a husband, of a teacher, of a medical doctor, of a possible participant in social media, etc., etc. So, what's the difference between this and personality disorder? And I think the difference is in the absence of trauma, we can integrate our multiple personalities into an experience which seems normal, ordinary. But if there's trauma, then it differentiates in a more, shall I say, pathological manner because there's no integration between these personalities. So that's my summary about what karma and its connection to multiple personality disorder may be, and the insights we can gain with it, which suggests that it may be our destiny to play an infinity of roles, but we're not the roles we play. We are the pure consciousness that is capable of playing any role that we play. So yesterday I went to a play here on Broadway. Denzel Washington was the star, and the play was Othello, Shakespeare's Othello. And it's a tragedy, of course, with the basic themes being racism, bigotry, prejudice, hatred, fear, jealousy, the destructive power of jealousy, and it's a tragedy. And it's a very moving play, as of course Shakespeare's plays all are. But then at the end of the play, as is usual, the last curtain lifts and all the players join together and they're all smiling and they're holding hands. And then you see that that's a perfect example of how we are all participants in the Maya, except we are asleep to it. We are asleep to the Maya. And waking up means waking up and knowing that we play infinite roles, but we are not the roles we play. Let me know your thoughts on this. And have a wonderful, integrated personalities day.